Welcome everyone. It's a week until Valentine's Day, so I thought it would be cute to put out a video in that theme. Today I'll be creating a little love-struck doll. The idea for this doll actually started because I had a Monster High Frankie in my stock box who had highlighter drawn all over her lips and nose. I got the idea to cover it with white acrylic paint in a kind of clown style. The idea for the heart shape came from a very talented makeup artist I follow on Instagram named Chris Grave. So after laying down 4 or 5 very thin layers of white acrylic paint, I give the face 2 coats of Mr. Super Clear and start the face up in my usual way, using Faber-Castell watercolour pencils to sketch out her eyes and lips. I lay down some masking tape to help keep my blushing clean, and I start applying chalk pastels with a small makeup brush. I knew I wanted the end result to be very smooth and blended. However, it would take many coats to create a vibrant colour payoff, so the first few layers aren't perfectly blended, but they are there to lay down pigment and create a vibrant colour. In between layers of blushing, I add in her eyelashes and eyebrows. Giving her these sad, upturned brows was definitely a spur-of-the-moment decision, but I'm really happy with how cute they turned out. After a final layer of MSC, I gloss her eyes and lips, as well as her tiny red clown nose. You can't really tell on camera, but in person this adds a really cute effect to the doll. For her clothes, I wanted to create a Harlequin-inspired look. I created a quick draft of what I wanted it to look like, which really helped me keep track of which pattern pieces should be cut out of which fabric. I start with the pink and black bloomers, cutting out the pattern pieces and applying fray check to the edges. Then I sew across what will eventually be the front and back part of the pants. And then the inner leg seam. Once that's done, I hem and add elastic thread to the bottom and add a few pleats to the waist. I ironed on some backing to the fabric for her bodice pieces. I wanted to make sure it would be sturdy enough to hold the design. I apply fray check and sew the pieces together. I make some pleated frills out of black and white ribbon, sewing each section of ribbon back on itself at the same measurements. I use a few clips to keep them more manageable. Once they're done, I just attach them to the bottom of the bodice. I wanted to use a technique sometimes seen in puppetry, where the sleeves of a garment aren't fully attached the whole way around the seam, but just in one or two places by some fabric or ribbon. This is used in marionette dolls to keep their arms mobile and articulated. But for my doll, I just wanted to use it as a design feature, and an excuse to add more cute bows. I used the same black and white ribbon to create the neck ruff, and used fabric glue to add a smaller ribbon, which will be used to keep it in place on the doll. Once the outfit was finished, I really felt like it was missing something. I wanted to give it an aged, worn effect, but without desaturating any of the colours. Normally you would age fabric with brown or grey paint, but I decided to use alcohol inks in corresponding colours to the fabric. This adds an interesting texture and story element, without losing any of the beautiful colours. Once I drop on the alcohol ink, I wait a few minutes for it to dry, and then go back in with some isopropyl alcohol, which makes the pigment move around and create an interesting effect, almost like watercolour painting. Once all the ink is dry, I add gold eyelets to the back of the bodice. Not only is this a perfectly practical way to do up the garment, but I really just love adding gold details to my dolls. And of course I just had to add this adorable heart-shaped stone. I wanted a tiny black tassel for her hat and couldn't find one at my local craft stores, so I decided to make one for myself. I started by wrapping black thread around a fork and then threading a gold jump ring around half of the threads. Once that's done, I slip it off the fork and tie the threads together as close to the jump ring as I can. I give it a tiny haircut and it's done. For her hat, I create a small cone shape out of black felt and add the tassel with a ribbon. I also glue in a pin which will allow the hat to sit firmly on the doll's head. I create some cute little stockings out of tulle and lace. I couldn't help but add these little green and pink tassels. They were just too cute. I found these gold doll shoes at my local craft shop. I have no idea what kind of doll they would fit with that small ankle opening, but they were perfect to use as bases to create custom shoes. I used metal cutters to remove the top of the shoe and cut out some insoles from red felt, adding ribbon and Warbler thermoplastic to finish them off. This was my first time using Warbler and I definitely had some troubles at first. That's why I don't have any footage of my making the shoes. However, I really think I got the hang of it and will definitely be making some shoes similar to these again. So make sure you subscribe and hit the bell notifications so you know when all my future videos come out. Getting her dressed was honestly so satisfying. I thought all of the little details really made the outfit come to life. I know that doing her hair at this point of the repaint is a little bit unconventional, but it took me a long time to decide on what kind of style to give her. I ended up going on white fluffy hair, pulled back into 2 buns. For this, I got to use my favourite hair method, which is super quick and easy. It's similar to the method I spoke about in my previous video, but much less time consuming. The only drawback is it can only be done with certain types of acrylic yarn. My favourite brand, this is not sponsored by the way, is Lion Brand Hometown USA. For any of my Australian viewers, this is available at most Spotlight stores. The range of colours isn't amazing, but they definitely have some good basics. For this doll, I decided to try gluing the hair straight to the head, instead of making glue wefts first. I had just watched Pop and Atelier on YouTube use this technique on her snow globe doll, and I was curious to try it. I think it worked okay, but it definitely had different pros and cons. I think it helped to create a natural looking part line though, which I loved. I sometimes struggle to conceal visible glue wefts around the parts, so this was a wonderful solution to that problem. I give her ribbons a little trim and add her hat. And I couldn't resist giving her some tiny pink and green earrings. And with that, my Valentine's Day doll is complete. I hope you love her. If you like this doll or this video, please give it a like and don't forget to subscribe to my channel and follow me on Instagram at Mr. Super Customs. This doll, as well as some of my other creations, will be available for adoption there, so make sure you check me out. Have an awesome day!